be so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready to told y'all that you better be running? I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man, suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team, and we riding on it. Yeah, more action and no talk. I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team, and we riding on it. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pulse to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. Ooh, I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, yo.
Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Monarchs and the Denver Broncos. This is James Robinson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night?
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Here's Watson on the sneak. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they don't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
A gain of 4. It's now second
down now. It's Robinson. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
They'll run here with Robinson. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Watson. His throw incomplete. The tight end, Dalton Keene, the target. But it'll be 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. This throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
No hesitation, don't try my patience. I'm a boy, I run for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. I don't run to the bread until we all got them buckets. Get them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Back to throw here. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
3 brings up 3rd and 11.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And what a big-time play there. 41 yards on the ground.
First down, London.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again is Watson. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. That'll be caught by the tight end, Keene. And he's going to get a solid. Gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 8-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
4-yard line.
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. Three yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll try and get it home with Sherman, the fullback. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. Here's a run with Mixon. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brings up 4th down and
now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder.
A 20-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. 3rd down here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Back to throw again. This is the tight end Fant. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Down, London.
Out of the gun, Watson. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, They go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Watson being chased out left. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
For the field goal, a 48-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Broncos on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw again. He's got his tight end Fant, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Get change, name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting them to back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant and said, 19 Tiger. Push him back. Hey, watch that.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. On the run, it's Robinson. Down to the 25.
James Robinson.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Number 17.
That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown.
James Robinson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, here's Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Watson steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
3rd and 12.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Watson. Jordan Reed has it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A gain of
12 yards that time and picking up the first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Once again, they run with Mixon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
3rd down.
Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit.
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run it down with Robinson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? They'll look to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for it.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. One last throw here for Watson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st.
Final score.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Denver, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire